Hello and welcome back to the Opinunited podcast. Today we have 6 games coming up for you.
Yeah, we have the roundup of last week's fixtures and plenty of big games, so lots to discuss.
And we're going to dive right in with one of the headline games, but a good result for Liverpool as we expected. Liverpool v Newcastle.
Yeah, they came into the weekend the best team in the league. They came with one of the biggest challenges in Newcastle, and they dealt with it as professionally as possible. Comfortable 2-0 victory, and they are running away with the league title. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think they have got that safely in their hands.
Yeah.
But I think Newcastle could made a couple of chances, especially Callum Wilson.
Yeah, he had a few, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think Isaac's injury really hampered them. If he was there, it would have been a bit of a tougher task, and maybe they would have made a game out of it, but without him, they really had no shot, did they?
Yeah, Callum Wilson, he's not at his best form, but he can do some good stuff.
Yeah.
But really, Isaac should be their number one choice right now, and
he's injured, so we'll see how long he's out for. But
we'll
a big
see
blow for them.
And we'll see how Newcastle react to that.
Yeah, because they'll be pushing for that top 5 space now.
Yeah.
Because the top 5 places get Champions League football.
Yeah.
So it's a big race and lots of good teams in there. And speaking of which, Fulham had a game against Wolves that they would have wanted to be very comfortable with, and it wasn't quite as comfortable as they wanted, but they got the win.
Yeah, Rodrigo Muniz is in his top form at top notch, getting the last goal, but Wolves gave them a hard shower, and it was only a 1-goal difference.
Yeah.
And in the end, Fulham just culminated with it and just took the victory.
Yeah, I think Wolves are a funny one because they have good performances, they have good players, but they're not getting the results, are they? And they're just giving everyone in that relegation zone a little bit of a chance to try and get out.
Yeah, I think Wolves' squad is very strong with Cunha and João Gomez, who had a lot of chances.
Yeah.
And their squad depth is strong, but their actual performance isn't bad, but their results are not showing that, and so new manager has to think about what he's going to do and how he's going to react to this.
Yeah, 100%. They will want to get that points tally going up very soon. Otherwise, someone like Ipswich might be able to catch up to them, which will make it very uncomfortable for them.
And speaking of Ipswich, Manchester United v Ipswich was...
What a crazy game. And it shows how bad Man United are at the moment. I mean, they did get the win, but it could have been very ugly for them. I mean, they struggled against Everton. They were abysmal against Everton last week. And Ipswich again today, in the last game, they were weak, but they fought back and got a result, even though they were down to 10 men. So there's a lot to be commended for there. Obviously, Dorgu was silly, and now he'll be suspended. And Garnacho went down tunnel. So there's talking points. But Bruno Fernandes, as he does always, uses his quality to help Man United get over the line.
Yeah, he's a very good captain, and he's pulling the strings for Manchester United.
Yes. Yeah.
But the big question is, was Amarin better than Ten Hag? Put your opinion in the comments. We'll love to hear from all of you. Right, we'll move on to another game, which was disappointing from Villa. Palace v Villa.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Aston Villa coming in, they're buzzing. Asensio scored 2, Rashford assisted both. They were flying, and then they come in and they served up a stinker. I think not playing either of those players that had got goal contributions for them was a real error from them today.
Yeah.
And they suffered. They went down early and they never really come back, did they?
And Palace just kept on pushing.
Yeah.
They got their goal. They got their confidence. They just kept going for it. And
their form at the moment is very, very good.
Yeah, Palace, especially on the attacking front.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy that they stepped by Glasner because there was points where he was really struggling, but he's managed to turn that form around, and now they are back where they were last season, I think.
Yeah. They were playing good football, Palace, and I'd really want them to get a top 10 spot because
100%.
it'll build them more confidence, and especially with great players like Eze and Mateta,
Yeah.
they have the quality in their squad to do well.
I think Mateta has been the key part for them. They tried Eddie Nketiah a lot out at the start of the season, and it just didn't really work. And he got his goal. Don't get me wrong, he got his first goal of the season, but Mateta is the guy that they need to lead the line.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to the next game, which was a very intense game, I think. A very back and forth sort of game. Brighton v Bournemouth.
Yeah, I mean, two teams that, beat all expectations. Two really, really low budget but exceed their potential. And it was a close game.
Yeah, Brighton got the two goals, but Bournemouth just kept on pushing.
Yeah.
They got their goal in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
And they were hoping to get another one. They kept pushing.
Yeah.
And Semenyo's last shot ever hit the bar.
Yeah, I know they could have get.
So
it would have been a fair point, but I think Brighton were good enough for their win, so no real complaints. And there's two teams that will continue to push for the European places.
yeah, both of them hoping to get European places.
Yeah.
Both of them possibly and probably should get European places.
Agreed. And Bournemouth especially will be wishing that they got there at least a point, because they are right there. They're so close to pushing, especially the top 5.
Yeah, but now that they're just losing games, the other teams are overtaking them,
Which is funny because they were doing better when they had so many injuries, but now players are coming back. The results are not going for them. It's a shame, but we'll see if they can continue to push and turn that form around and get some wins together.
And we're going to move on to our final game with two struggling teams, two wriggling teams, trying to get their form in shape. It was City versus Spurs.
I mean, a very important win for Man City. A clean sheet, which is super rare these days. But yeah, it wasn't a great performance by either team.
No, I don't think so.
I think Man City will be happy to get all 3 points, and actually they're just accumulating points without being amazing, and they are pushing even for second place now because Arsenal losing to West Ham has opened that door.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically sealed that Liverpool are going to win the title, but it possibly means that despite being atrociously bad by their standards, Man City could still finish second.
Yes, and they can still push to get a Champions League space even in their terrible run of form.
Yeah, even though
being knocked out of the Champions League.
Yeah,
by Real
humiliated
Madrid.
almost.
Yeah, with Mbappe tearing them apart.
What a goal that pass was against them, right? That little dink. Yeah, great.
But they will be hoping to get some revenge on them and get back into the Champions League.
Yeah.
And with other teams around them doing poor, it still could happen. Anything could happen.
Anything is still open for that. I think the main race now, the title race is done. Relegation is all basically done. Only real hope is Ipswich. I think Leicester have gone down. So their hopes are now for those European spots. So it'll be interesting. There's going to be stiff competition there. And a lot can happen till the end of the season. Right?
Yeah.
And I know you wanted to... Now we've covered those games. I know you wanted to discuss your team this season.
Yeah.
So let's run through it. Let's see what you've got.
So I've chosen a team which I think have been outstanding from their standards. Their performance has been great. Some of them have had injuries, but they've come back and they've outperformed it. I'll start with my goalkeeper, who I think has been the best goalkeeper this whole season.
Yeah.
Matt Sells.
I think I agree. He's been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal in what he's been doing.
Yeah, he has been...
He's helped Nottingham Forest get so many points.
Yeah, extremely well. He has been keeping them in the game.
Yeah.
Although he has conceded some, he has been absolutely phenomenal.
And he always comes out with a key save at some point.
Yes.
So he's reliable.
And another player, I think, is Nottingham... and I'm going to go now to my centre-back, who I think many people would have put them in their fantasy football teams. Saliba. He has just been outstanding for Arsenal.
He's been very good.
And the game that he wasn't there, and if Saliba is bad, Arsenal is bad.
I agree with that. Yeah.
He's a core player to their team. and
Yeah.
I think he will go very far in this
Yeah.
Premier League. Now, this left back,
Yeah.
I don't think many of you would have had him in your team last year.
Definitely not.
I don't think many people would have actually thought he would have done this well.
Who's that?
It's Anthony Robinson.
Yeah, definitely not.
He has
That's
got.
it.
I think he's second in the most assists in the Premier League
Yeah.
after Salah,
Yeah.
and he has been saving Fulham, getting assist after assist every single game.
He's been a key piece for why Fulham have done so well this year.
Yes.
For sure, and there will be a lot of interest for him in the summer. I
Yeah.
know Liverpool are interested and linked, so there could be a big move for him on the cards. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I will playing 3 at the back. So now
Yeah.
my right back, he has been a shaky player, but Spurs have really needed him. This player has been suspended. He has been getting assists. He has been everywhere.
Yeah.
But I really like him, and I really want Pedro Porro to get a part in this team, and so that's why I've chosen
Interesting.
him. Right, my CDM has been injured for a lot,
Yeah.
but when he has been playing for Chelsea, he has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
His vision, his passing, his play, it's just sensational.
Yeah.
Moses Caicedo, get in my CDM spot.
He's been very good this year. Last year he was a completely different player, unrecognizable. But this year he's back to his best, and
Yes.
he is very important for everything Chelsea do.
Now, I'm going to go to my right wing. I probably assume everyone will have known him. Top goals in the Premier League, top assist in the Premier
Yeah.
League.
He's
The
in-
man himself, Mohamed Salah.
in contention for one of the best seasons in Premier League history.
Yes,
An absolute certainty for every team of the season.
yes.
Not just in the Premier League, but in the world.
100%. Now, I have 2 cams. My first cam has been injured. Again, for Spurs. You guessed it.
Yeah.
But he has been on form. He has been scoring goals.
Yeah.
He scored against Manchester United.
Yeah.
His celebration is throwing a dart. You all know him. It's James Maddison.
It's an interesting one.
I like James Maddison.
He offers a key about playmaking for Tottenham.
Yes.
I don't know if it'll make my team of the season, but each their own. Your choice. Yeah.
My other cam, I think all of you would have put him in because he has been sensation for a relegation battling team. He has just extended his contract with Wolves, and I love watching Mateus Cunha play. He scored against Liverpool. He scores against everyone.
Yeah.
And he's very both-footed, and so that's why I've chosen
He's
him
been
for my team.
excellent. I mean, there's no complaints there. He's been the best player for Wolves by far. He's been one of the best players in the Premier League by far. And again, he's got £62 million release clause, so someone will be in for him, no doubt about it.
Yes. Now my left wing is an interesting one because he was injured for a bit.
Yeah.
He scored an amazing goal against Newcastle.
Yeah.
And I think he's a really, really good player. He had a spell at Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
He, I think, won the Champions League with Chelsea.
I can't remember.
Yes,
Maybe.
but he is a great player. Now he's at Nottingham Forest. He's scoring goals. And Hudson-Odoi is a great player in the Premier League. And I hope he helps Nottingham Forest get a Champions League spot.
He's done very well this year. Again, I'm not sure he'd make my team of the league season, but he has done very well for Nottingham Forest, and he's a key player for them and a reason why they are in the top 3 right now.
Now, my 2 strikers, one of them is very obvious. One of them scored. Both of them scored a lot of goals, to be fair.
Yeah, I think there's 2 standouts. for
Yeah,
sure.
the 2 standout strikers are, number 1, Alexander Isak,
Yeah.
who is arguably the best striker in the Premier League.
Yeah,
And if it wasn't Alexander Isak, then
Yeah.
it would be my other striker, which is Chris Wood.
yeah. 2 very different strikers. One is your old school in the box, get in the penalty area, get the bits and bobs and put it in the back of the net. And Chris Wood, excellent this season, crucial for everything they're doing. Same with Isak, bit different, a bit of an all-round player. He's humiliated Arsenal's backline. He's humiliated a lot of backlines. He's been by far the best
Yes.
all-round striker in the Premier League. I don't think anyone can complain about those two picks.
Yeah.
I mean, Haaland has scored a lot of goals. He's still second top scorer. Let's not get that wrong. But I'd say without that team around him, he's not really contributed. And you can see that without him, there's still someone like Marmoush who can come in and still score goals. Whereas with these two, they are the centerpiece of everything that their teams
Yes.
do. So there are certainties to be in the team, I think.
Yeah. Do you have a team of the year?
I think next week we'll cover my team of the season.
Yes.
I have a good idea of who we're going to choose. There's going to be very different to yours, I think. There'll be some similarities, some surprising picks, but yeah,
Okay.
that'll be an interesting one. So I think this weekend is the FA Cup fixtures.
Yes.
So we'll go through those at the end of the weekend.
Yes.
And then we'll go through my team of the season too. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Until then, catch you later.
We'll
Bye
catch you
now.
then. Bye.
Yeah, bye.